getting on here to have some real talk because any of you who know me know that I'm going to share my heart with you. I was on a meeting last night and I put this image behind me because this popped up as part of the meeting I was on. And it's staggering. Sometimes we know something and then you see something like this and it pretty much just slaps you in the face. And that's what this image did with Chris and I last night. The first part it shows in 2011, the self reported obesity rate in our country. And you see the different colors and you see there's a problem. And then I shift over, I'm gonna kind of go to this side. And you see in just an 11-year period of time, the dramatic change that has happened in our country. And it's staggering. And I'm leaving that up there because I want you to know that the tools that we use in our health coaching, they're based on science. We have more tools now that we can offer. As you know, all you have to do is watch TV right now to see the different things that are cropping up. And we have an industry right now that is projected to be huge. We have medications that now are helpful in helping people who deal with a lot of the food addiction, the cravings, the hunger that's out of control. And we can partner with physicians, medical staff. I'm not doing that portion of the program. I'm doing the portion of the program that I've always done, the portion of the program and the mission that is why I coach. And that is the mindset piece and the habits and the things that have changed for me personally and in the lives of many of my clients. And what I can tell you is not one person that I have coached and impacted, and there's been a couple thousand now over the 5.5-ish years I've been coaching. Not one of my clients starts their journey saying, I want to reach my goal and I want to gain my weight back. Not any one of them is saying that. And yet, what we see is people who lose weight, gain weight, right? That whole yo yo cycle that is going on. Or we see people get started, they have a lot of motivation, especially this time of year. And then life begins to happen, something derails them. And before you know it, they're part of the yo yo again and they're gaining weight. And this image shows us that this is a real problem. And so until we address the habits, until we address the ways of thinking, and the changes that really need to happen, and that is changes in our habits and our behaviors and the way that we approach our eating and our health. And I know for me years ago, my major change, yes, I lost weight, man, getting down to, sizes that I was wearing in high school, was pretty amazing. But it's the habits that need to change. And I'll be honest, we can easily drift when life happens, and it has for us over the last few years. And I have dealt with some post-traumatic stress and things that have caused me. Well, they didn't cause me, the stress didn't cause my habits and the way of thinking and my responses to stress. I found myself slowly drifting away from the things that were working really well for me and some of the new ways of thinking. Now, not completely. A lot of change has taken root. It's why I still coach. But it's easy if we're not careful for us to slowly fade and drift. And it can cause things like regret and frustration and things like that. And before you know it, we're right back to struggling the way we always did before. Sometimes we'll even kind of go so far as to say, well, does that really work? Maybe it doesn't work for me anymore, blah, 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 blah. I want you to know that there are tools available, good tools available to help you on this journey, to help maybe move us back away from this over here and getting into the place where we're addressing, the elephant in the room, quite literally and figuratively, right? This is a problem. It's a problem in our country. We're not just fighting the food industry, but we have tools that are effective in doing it. But it is going to take a change in the way that we think and the habits that we make and making small incremental changes. And I know this time of year, a lot of people are like just gangbusters, motivations high. They saw some pictures, all the things that drive us to get started. But can I assure you that a couple weeks from now, maybe a couple months from now, that degree of motivation is going to wane. And the problem is still going to persist because you still have access to all the things you've always had. And going out to eat is still going to pose the same problems that it did yesterday, tomorrow. Those things are all still going to be there. How you go and approach them, that's your battle plan. That is your battle plan. You can stay in the struggle and fight against those things, or you can create a battle plan that says, I'm going to address these habits, these micro habits, a little bit over time, changing me during this window of opportunity where I'm using the tools available to me to make the change. And that, my friends, is what we offer. And so though the marketplace and the things, those have changed, the problem is the same. The problem is getting worse, right? My mission, my heart, that has not changed from day one when I said yes to coaching because my life was so dramatically changed. That has not changed. But maybe, just maybe some of the tools that we use to help achieve the goal, those things may have. But the basis of what I offer with the mindsets and the habits and the things, if you're willing to do the work, I assure you, you will make progress and you will make change. And that is what we're offering. And we want to be part of changing the trajectory of people's health, mind, soul, body, strength. Those things, they matter to me and they are very personal because my life has been dramatically changed. And if you have watched me and how I show up from where I was only 6 years ago to where I am today, that is a Shelley that is worth contending for. And you, my friend, are worth contending for too. And we don't have to be part of that problem over there that says, this is just the way it is. It's just always going to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. And I want to be part of your journey